what's up, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Sabrina and I would love it so much if you would subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about Instagram, and I'm going to be sharing my tips and tricks on how to grow organically on Instagram. Instagram is a wonderful platform if you guys can use it and access it. I think that it's an amazing platform, and so these are just some things that I've learned while using the app and how to grow organically. For some reason, a lot of you guys ask me these, like how to grow and my tips and tricks, and so I wanted to make a video as a reference point to kind of send to people who ask this question and for people who may be searching. A lot of the videos that I've watched on this are kind of the same, so a lot of my information may be repetitive from what you saw, but I think that I go into a little bit more detail. I have created a list on my phone here so that I don't ramble, so I'm going to get into these. I broke it down into different categories. I have general, posting, and then community, so if you guys are curious on my tips and tricks, then go ahead and keep watching. I just said tips and tricks. Tips and tricks is what I meant. Anyway, I have a couple tips that are general. One is you're not going to grow overnight on Instagram. It is going to take work, hard work, posting regularly, as I will get into later. You're not going to grow overnight unless you buy followers, which I do not recommend because it isn't about the number of followers that you have. It's more about your engagement. So having good engagement is way more important than having a higher number of followers. So keep that in mind. It's going to take a while for you to grow on Instagram. My second tip is to cross-promote. Make sure that you are sharing all of your social medias on other social medias, like your Snapchat, on your Snapchat, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, on your Facebook. Make sure that you're always cross-promoting because people who follow your Snapchat may not follow your Instagram and vice versa. So always make sure that you're cross-promoting. And my third tip is kind of an iffy one, but I wanted to mention it. Hosting giveaways on Instagram is one way to grow quickly. A lot of people view this as possibly buying followers. I love giveaways. I do them quite frequently on my channel. Not so much on Instagram, but definitely on my YouTube channel because I love giving back to people who support me. So if that's something that you can afford to do, I definitely suggest doing giveaways because it will help your channel or your Instagram get more activity and stuff like that. So giveaways are something that I recommend as well. Okay, so now we're going to get into posting. Posting is so important when it comes to growing your following. So here are my tips for that. One, you need to post regularly, but not too much. So when I was at my prime, I was posting once a day, every day. So I post one post a day, and yeah, there was a time where I was posting 3 times a day, and I was growing, but I was also losing because people kind of get annoyed. They see your post and they're kind of like, man, I'm so sick of seeing that person. So my suggestion is to post once a day as frequently as possible. If you don't have that much content to be posting, then definitely post once every other day, but the more you post and the more regular you post, the more chances you are of growing your following. Post high quality and aesthetically pleasing photos. Again, this is one that's kind of met with controversy because a lot of people say it doesn't matter about your content, but I personally think that it does. I noticed that I'm more likely to follow an Instagram that is aesthetically pleasing to my eye than I would just a regular account. A lot of the regular, like, non-aesthetically pleasing accounts I follow are people that I know in real life. So I think that it's important for you to kind of get a theme set up, which is really hard to do. I understand that, but if you're posting high quality, aesthetically pleasing photos, people are more likely to follow you and be engaged in your content. Post my cats on my lap. Post about things that you like and enjoy. Make sure the content you're posting are things that you actually enjoy. Don't just post to post. There are a lot of times where I take multiple breaks. You guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that. I'm not going to just post something and put it up because a while back I actually went through and deleted a lot of stuff on my Instagram because I hated the content. I was just posting to post. So definitely post things that you like and enjoy and try to get your own spin on it. Because if your Instagram looks like everyone else's, it's kind of boring. So definitely put your own spin on it. I'm not sure if this is something that regular people can do, like regular accounts can do. But if you have a business account, make sure you're checking your analytics because that will tell you which posts are doing better. It'll tell you what time is a good time to post and stuff like that. Make sure you're trying to figure out, like, look back at your photos and see what's doing well, what's not doing so well. Like, I used to post quotes on my Instagram and those never did well. But I kept posting them because it was kind of part of my theme that I had, but those never did well, so I did away with that because I knew that you guys didn't like it, so I got rid of it. So just kind of figure out what works best for you and what's working on your Instagram and go with that. And my last thing is to use relevant hashtags to the photo, but make sure you're switching them up. Something that I've read a lot about, I still don't quite understand it, is Instagram is making it very hard for people to grow on Instagram, and they are shadow banning accounts, which basically means that if you are to use a hashtag, say you use hashtag makeup, and you constantly are using that, it will show up that when you click hashtag makeup, your photo will show up to you, and to accounts that follow you, but not to other accounts that don't follow you. So you're not going to be getting discovered in those. So make sure you're switching it up, your hashtags, and you're not constantly using the same ones, but make sure you're using relevant hashtags to the photo that you're posting. So don't post hashtag makeup on a picture of food, because that is something people aren't going to enjoy that. So make sure you're posting relevant hashtags, but switching them up. If you need help with hashtags, Helene in between, she has a hashtag library. I will try to leave that link below if I can do it. I have that. I signed up for her email list, and I have that sent to my email, so if I ever get stuck and need more hashtags, I go to that. You can also Google, go to accounts that you like and follow, see what hashtags they're using, figure out what's working. It does take a lot of trial and error to figure out what's working and what's not working, but hashtags are super important and are really, really important for growth. So the last category, I had something else I was going to mention, so it may come to me later. The last category that I want to share with you guys is community. Instagram is built around community. If you don't have the sense of community, you're not going to grow on Instagram. So this is definitely one that I would really pay attention to, if anything, because this is one that I've realized helps a lot. So one, you want to make sure that you're interacting with your followers. If you can, reply to everyone's comment. Just that will also bring up interaction on your photo, but it also will keep people engaged in your life. I'm more likely to comment on people who I feel like I have a connection with, as opposed to somebody that I don't have a connection with. So make sure you're replying to their comments. If you can't reply to their comments, make sure you at least like them to let them know that you see them, because people will feel more appreciated and more likely to come back to your channel or your Instagram or whatever you're trying to grow. This is something that you can use on YouTube as well. Interaction with your followers is super, super important, and I always try to respond to you guys if possible. Sometimes I just like them, but I always try to respond to your guys' comments. If people are asking you questions in the comment section, make sure you answer them, because again, that can annoy people, and you want to make sure that you're answering followers' questions. So like, a lot of people will ask like, what lipstick are you using, and if I forget to mention it or tag it, then I always try to respond. And even if multiple people ask that, make sure you're trying to respond, because it's really important to have that interaction with your followers. Another big thing is to interact with accounts you enjoy. So there are a lot of people on Instagram that I follow because I generally love their content and I'm invested in their life. I always try to like and comment on their posts because I like seeing them, and I like seeing them in my feed, and I want to engage because I love their content and I want them to feel encouraged as a content creator on Instagram. So I always try to interact with accounts I follow, and I suggest that you do that as well, because if you are commenting like sincere comments, which is another thing that I have that I'll talk about in a second, people can see your comments and then they're going to go to your page, and if you're following all these other tips, then they may be more likely to follow you as well. Going along with that, make sure you comment on photos that you enjoy, but make the comments unique, and don't just put like love this or heart or like hey, follow me. Don't do that, because that annoys the heck out of people. When people comment on my Instagram photos that are like, hey, I like this photo, please like mine back, let's interact, that annoys me so bad, and I won't even look at your comment, and a lot of times I'll delete it. That may be me being petty, but that annoys me, and I know that it annoys a lot of other content creators. If you comment, hey, I really love that lipstick you're wearing, what is it? Or, hey, that shirt you're wearing is really pretty, I love it. If you comment stuff that's actual genuine and you actually mean it and enjoy it, I'm more likely to check you out and follow you back, as opposed to, hey, I like your shirt, follow me back. That's annoying, don't do that. And the last thing that I have with community is to go live. I have read and been told that this will be more likely to put you in the community tab, not the community tab, what is it called? I'm gonna go look right now. Explore page. I've been told that if you go live, it's more likely to put you in the Explore page, which will make sure you're being seen by other accounts who may not follow you, and then again, be more likely to have people subscribe to you. So make sure you're going live. I think going live is fun. I've done it twice now. I need to do it more. I may actually do it after this, but going live is really fun for me. You can interact with your people. You can interact with people who follow you. You can do like Q&As, get ready with me's. You can just do, hey, let's chat. And I really like them, so I think that going live is fun, and I've also been told that it'll get you on the Explore page. So that was it for my tips and trips, guys. Tips and trips. Why do I keep saying trips? Tips and tricks, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe if you haven't and give me a thumbs up. And if you have any tips or tricks that are working for you that I haven't mentioned in this, please leave them below in the comments to help other people out. And I would love it if you would leave your Instagram links below so that if people, we can maybe start like a follow train. Not necessarily like, hey, follow me, but like, hey, I like your content, we should follow, I'm gonna follow you. So leave your Instagram handles in the comment section below. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you again so much for watching. Bye!